Shalom, Israel. It's your boy New Breed coming through with another video. In this particular video, I want to talk about how gang stalking has changed since 5G. That's right. Gang stalking has changed, y'all. See, while we was on curfew, on quarantine, on lockdown, while we was in the confines of our homes, there were people operating under the shadow of darkness, operating in the heat of the night. And they was putting up these towers. And since they put up those towers, the gang stalking program has changed dramatically. Now, for those that are not familiar of what gang stalking is when people collectively come together under one accord and target groups of people or individuals. All right. Now, you could check up government files like COINTELPRO, various organizations within the CIA, organizations that dismantled the Black Panthers, organizations that planted agents within the civil rights movement, within the Nation of Islam, so on and so forth. This is information that is tangible. You can look it up. You can research it, study to show yourself approved. But anyway, the whole spying techniques have changed. Before 5G was put up, you had assessment task force groups that were tasked with the duty of actually watching people. I'm talking about making street theater against people, basically assessing them, pricking, prodding at them, seeing what irritates them, doing things to make them psychologically unstable or seem to be psychologically unstable. And this is very real. It's a movie I want y'all to look up called Rosemary's Baby. In Rosemary's Baby, it gives you a good idea of how this kind of works. You have cities, towns, states, various organizations that have various towns that have secret societies within the town. And I'm talking about the mayor, governor, everybody's involved. What do you think goes on in these Freemason lodges? There's a great deal of secrecy. But you know how it is. What's in the dark will be brought to the light. But things have changed now. Now they don't have to really rely on the people. See, we've been so morally degraded to the point where there's no longer groups and organizations that have not been compromised to a degree. Let me repeat that. There is not many groups or organizations that have not been compromised to a degree. You got a lot of these churches under 501c3. You got a lot of these movements that have been already compromised by various agencies. And so now they're literally targeting individuals, individual people. I mean, just ordinary, everyday citizens that are not mindless sheep. And they're being targeted based on political differences, based on religious differences, just based on being set apart, honestly. And these people are being targeted. And before 5G, it was a little bit different, a little bit more evasive. Now, it's a little bit more secret. They're operating with surveillance. All right, that's what they're doing now. They're using surveillance. I'm going to tell you, ever since Google and Apple have bridged and made a connection with each other to combat COVID-19, the surveillance has been just phenomenal. I mean, I can literally go in my kitchen and be talking about something, come back to the phone, and everything I was talking about would be in my search, would be in my Google search. I mean, they're listening, they're watching, the whole nine. It just is what it is, y'all. There's no privacy in these phones. I'm telling you now. Also, after the towers were put up, I experienced a great deal of shadow banning on this channel. And a lot of y'all can vouch for it. I mean, I don't need to really complain about it because, I'm just happy that you all see it. You can go to my community section right now. A video I did yesterday, as it was being posted, it said it was done 11 days ago. To suppress the information, suppress the views. I got numerous people saying they've been unsubscribed. One person in particular said they was unsubscribed 10 times, y'all. So, the shadow banning is happening based on the information that's coming out. And, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to speak about this. I don't even know how long the internet is going to last. But I do know that, you know, I am a creature of adaptation. And I did create a Patreon page. For those who are interested, I'll leave a link in the description box so I can get a little bit more in detail about some of these things that's occurring. But, man, it's getting real out here. That, you know, 5G didn't change the game, y'all. It didn't truly change the game. They are really using surveillance at this point in time. They also have various incentive programs for perps. So you still have perpetrators that's watching on their little I spy techniques. In order to combat COVID-19, they actually have incentive programs for anybody breaking curfew. So if you outside of your home at night, maybe you sitting on your patio, maybe you walk in your neighborhood or whatever, maybe you walking your dog, who knows? Somebody can phone in to a quote unquote snitch line and say, listen, this person breaking curfew, I think they might have COVID-19 too. So, they'll get that cash reward, and that's how the game changed. They have weaponized people. They have got what they're trying to do is those who are set apart, those who are not mindless sheep, those who are empathetic, righteous people, God-fearing people, those who are just different. They're trying to turn the whole mass of people against them. They're trying to use everybody against them. Turn the whole neighborhood into demonic agents against one individual. And if you experience this, my heart goes out to you, because trust and believe, I experienced it on a very high level. And that's why I'm here today, to be able to speak about this. But that's what they're doing. It's like Satan then already possessed everybody. And now Satan pissed off that you the only one still walking around not possessed. So all their attention is geared towards who? Towards you. And a lot of this is spiritual too. A lot of this is spiritual, because you got a lot of people who are operating in fear. And, when you're walking around, you still possess your light. You still got your head up. They can see wholeheartedly that you're not afraid. And that's a wonder to them. That sticks out like a sore thumb, and it makes you a target, because people get in their emotions, people get in their feelings. I remember the other day I was walking into the grocery store and, just looking at how people are watching you if you don't have a mask on, for instance. That's just a small example. Just the way people look at you is almost like they all turn their heads. Like you can see all the heads turning at once simultaneously with these little fearful, demonic looks looking at you like you are the disease. So now the ones who's not operating in fear, they the ones that stand out the most. And, this is very real, man. Things didn't change since 5G. I want y'all to research everything I'm saying. You don't have to take anything I tell you on this channel at face value. Everything I'm saying is the facts. You can look it up, study to show yourself approved. And be aware, if you're one of these people, one of these individuals who live among these towns of people who operate under this demonic frequency, trust and believe there's a place for you outside of these people. It's time for you to regroup, change directives, change your perspective on life, get around people who are like-minded. One thing about the internet, it can be used for good. It's a double-edged sword. For instance, a lot of us right now, we're talking, I intend on meeting a lot of you people who are experiencing these things. And I intend on things changing for the better in the near future, because all we have is the hope that, things will change. And everybody who's doing this evil and stalking people, watching people, surveilling people, watching people with despitefulness and torture, because that's what it is. They're watching us with torture. They have ill intentions. All right. Let's just put it that way. I'm not going to go into what degree, but whoever will sit back and watch you, whoever would stalk you, whoever would do these things must have ill intentions, But hopefully this video shines some light on some of these dark areas. And hopefully, this may have answered some of your questions if you may be a victim of this. If you have family members who are Freemasons, if you have family members who dibble and dabble in witchcraft, if you have family who grew up in certain religious organizations that may have been compromised, I just need you to put on the full armor of the Lord. Pray that the Most High can get you out of that situation and around people who are like-minded, because now it's time for us to move in our actions. Now it's time for us to connect with each other and, you know, be in a safe place, you know, because right now it's not illegal for us to talk and bridge the gap and, you know, condescend to the lowest level with each other and build with each other and make connections. That's not illegal yet. But let's see how far social distancing goes. They done already isolated individuals and targeted individuals. They done already separated. Now let's see how far it goes as far as the internet. Also, yesterday, just going backwards one more time before I end this video, with the shadow banning, yo, like yesterday, the video I did, the live I did, I put all the information, the Patreon link, the whole nine, I put it in the description box. The next day, when I went to the link of the video, because the actual video was not on the channel until about like 8 hours ago, I believe. But when I went to the actual video, the description box was totally empty. So they didn't even, it's like whoever is hacking, and it may be because 5G is new and it's vulnerable, because anytime you do something new, it could be in a vulnerable stage. But I feel like I'm being hacked. But whoever's hacking, man, they even cleared out the description box of all the information and links that I left. So, I mean, this thing is getting highly sophisticated, man. But hopefully this video helped you out in your walk and your journey and shine some light. Thank y'all for watching. With that being said, shalom and peace.